blender. Sciacca cedono.
Here I decided, instead of worrying about sketching out the whole thing, which I know is really good for drawing practice, but I just wanted to get it quickly on the canvas, so I just scribbled on the back of the page with graphite, and then I used something sharp to just trace it onto the canvas, just to speed up the process so I could focus on the colors rather than getting the drawing right. I feel like now is a good time to pause and explain myself. I, like many people in the Milky Way galaxy, watched No Way Home pretty recently, and oh my gosh, the woman was too stunned to speak. And then approximately half a second after that, I got my wisdom teeth yanked from my body and was feeling some type of way about life. Enter therapeutic painting sesh. I also feel like I have some explaining to do about why I've decided to paint the J. Jonah Jameson, the only real villain in the entire Spider-Man franchise. And it's because he's the only real villain in the entire Spider-Man franchise, and the only constant in my life. You know when multiple interesting things happen in your life, but they happen too fast, kind of one after the other, and then nothing happens for a period of time, and you're like, excuse me, what happened here? In this post No Way Home, post wisdom teeth removal state of existence, I just thought I would put a paintbrush to canvas just to get all my feelings out. Also, I was hopped up on propofol for much of this painting to drown out the immense pain I was feeling in my gums, which I'm pretty sure that's what killed Michael Jackson back in the day. So I was seconds away from dropping dead. So hard making an aesthetic version of this video, but it's just I couldn't sit still for long enough, so then I was standing, but then I put music on and then I was dancing, and bam, out of frame, out of focus, out of whack. People really make this look so easy. The talent! I should talk about the actual painting for a little bit. So in preparation for No Way Home, my little brother wanted to binge all 64 Spider-Man movies that led up to this culminating cinema, and so we watched exactly one before he lost interest completely. I pulled this picture of J. Jonah right from the first original Spider-Man movie and just snapped a pic of him on my phone while my brother was distracted with his Frosted Flakes. I thought the expression on his face, like mouth open, so ready to yell and quip, was pretty indicative of J. Jonah as a character. And I also really liked how light was hitting one side of his face and leaving the other half in relative shadow. Also, the temptation to add a little hoop earring was almost too much to bear, and I had to pace around my room for a little bit to divert it. Okay, I'm talking too much. Let me put on some tunes. little philosophical for a sec. I think what sometimes makes painting so difficult is how tied humans are to the idea of preservation. It's like we want to expand our horizons and do better for ourselves, of course, but not at the expense of what we already have and what we've already created. And what truly is a J. Jonah Jameson-like penchant for consistency, we love calling it quits just a tad early to save ourselves from the better or the worse. In other words, the unknown, I guess. When I find myself slowing down in my painting, getting nervous and like twitchy about ruining what I already have, I usually try to take a fatter brush and do something a little rash to break myself out of that mindset. Tiptoeing around your own painting is never fun. Assert dominance. You heard it here, folks. Okay, at this point, I felt like the painting was incomplete and a little boring. There really wasn't anything attention-grabbing or I guess there wasn't a point, you know? The real reason J. Jonah Jameson is so hated, and the real villain, I will fight for that until I die, is because he verbalizes what need not be said and heightens already incredibly tense situations. J. Jonah stands for one thing in particular, the broadcasting of one's flaws, whether his indictment is true or not. The harm is baked into his words. Okay, stick with me. I hatched this idea to write the word menace in the background with Spider-Man's color palette and have it be like construction-y in an attempt to capture vandalism and destruction of property that Spider-Man is charged with like every other scene. I went a little crazy and added red bloody drips too, but that's only because I got refined linseed oil for Xmas and wanted to use it in some way. I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life, but here we are. After everything, this is how it turned out.